Mourning all the losses, the old neighborhood, all my friends. I hate to spout cliches, but you'll have dozens of new friends in no time. People always seem to flock around you wherever you go. Stephen calls you a people magnet. Well, if I don't weed out some of this junk, there won't be enough room for me in my new suite, let alone flocks of people. Emma opened one of her kitchen cupboards and stared at the jumble of mismatched dishes, then closed it again. I just can't seem to decide what to keep and what to toss. Then why don't we move all of it, and you can weed it out once you're there? Oh, no, you don't, Emma said, laughing. I may dress like a bag lady, but I'm not going to start living like one. I couldn't fit all this junk in Birch Grove if I used a trash compactor. Emma heard the familiar jingle of chimes on her front door, then the hollow, empty sound of cardboard boxes dropping to the floor. "We're in here," she called. Suzanne wandered into the kitchen and sank into a chair as if she had already done a day's work. She was usually so animated, her blue eyes sparkling with life as she talked, her expressive hands adding energy and shape to her words. She was a career woman, editor of a magazine for career women, and she usually charged into a room and took control. She was decisive, organized, assertive. Some would say hard-edged if they didn't know her as well as Emma did. But something had dimmed Suzanne's vibrancy. Her dark hair fell across her face as if she was trying to hide behind it. "Where do you want us to start, Grandma?" Her tired voice lacked enthusiasm. "Well, that's the problem, you see. I can't seem to decide where to begin. When I started setting aside all the things I wanted to give you, I was surprised to find there's very little worth giving. I never really thought about it before, but I guess when I divorced Carl years ago, I left my own heritage behind." She took a sip of coffee, remembering Carl's bitter words as clearly as if he had spoken them yesterday. She shook herself to erase them from her mind, then exhaled. "Oh, we'd better start packing if I'm going to be out of this apartment by Wednesday." Emma led the way into the living room and stopped in front of her antique curio cabinet. She opened the curved glass doors and gestured to the shelf of pink and green depression glass. "Let's start with these. Do you want them, Gracie? They're yours, you know." "Mine?" "Yes. Don't you remember where you got them? Tell Suzanne." "Oh, yes. They gave them away at the movies as premiums during the Depression." Grace's voice betrayed her impatience at Emma's rambling excursions into the past. "If you and Grandma were so poor during the Depression, how could you afford the movies?" Suzanne asked. "I don't know. You gave me the money to go, didn't you, Mother?" "You mean you don't remember?" Emma asked in surprise. "All those books you read, Gracie." "Oh, that's right. The parish priest paid all the children in the neighborhood 5 cents for every book we read." Grace almost smiled. "That's when I first learned to love books so much. I used the money I earned to go to the movies every Saturday. I'll never forget what a big heart Father O'Dugan had. I wasn't even Catholic, but he paid me just like all the other kids." "But you were the only one who cleaned out his pockets," Emma said. "None of the other children ever did much reading, as far as I remember, even for a nickel." Suzanne examined a green etched glass dessert bowl. "They really gave these away for free? They're so pretty." "Do you want them, Gracie?" Emma asked. "Get some newspaper and we'll wrap them up." "Whew, they're dusty." "No, I'd better not take them," Grace answered slowly. "Stephen hates little knickknacks like this cluttering up his house." Suzanne's reaction was swift and angry. "Mom, it's your house too." The tension Emma had first noticed between them snapped as taut as a rope as their secret tug-of-war resumed. She placed an empty carton on the floor between them, hoping to ease the strain. "Just wrap up the dishes and put them in a box, then," Emma said. "If neither of you wants them, I'll let the antique dealer buy them. It doesn't matter." She hoped her voice hadn't betrayed the disappointment that knifed her heart. The room was quiet except for the rustling of paper as they removed each piece and carefully wrapped it before placing it in the cardboard box. A knobby pink sugar bowl rattled as Suzanne took it down from the shelf. "There's something inside here, Grandma. Oh, look, is this coal?" Suzanne held up a